This that you're looking at may not look like much, but this is two self-deciding AI bots in the middle of a very heated best-of-3 battle. Yes, that's right. Two machine learned neural networks are putting their training to the test and demonstrating what they've learned to prove that one of them is the better AI. Whoever wins this match does not get deleted. This battle is actually very interesting. But wait, before we get into that, let me back up a bit and ask you a serious question. Yo guys, why do we create? I think that we create to share stuff that we wish existed in the world, or at least that's the way it should be. Now, listen, I love machine learning projects like object detection and facial generation, but when I think back to high school me, infatuated with wanting to learn more about whatever was happening in that Carl Sims demo, what was constantly running through my mind was machine learning applied to games. And let me tell you, I don't think I've had more passion than now to develop machine learning for games. And you wanna know why? Well, let me tell you a quick story. So the other day, I was sitting on this very couch right about here. No wait, actually I think it was more here. Anyways, I was playing a really popular strategy game for the Nintendo Switch when I discovered the auto battle button. Whoa, wait a second. You're telling me that I can click this button, this very button right here, and I'll be able to watch my masterful strategic team that I've built from the ground up outsmart the enemy AI and maybe even teach me some things? I mean, I was the type of kid that used to build full AI engines just to watch it while falling asleep. So sign me up. I click it and oh dear God, no, wait, whoa, what are you doing? By the end of the match, half of my team was dead. Half! And my entire team was double the level of the opponents. How in the hell? Now look, this is just stupid. And you wanna know what? I am sick and tired of the disrespect that AI in games unfairly receives. Please put some respect on AI algorithms. Jeez. And so, if not even Nintendo is willing to give us respectable AI for strategy games, then, damn it guys, I guess it's up to us to do it right. Now, I want you to check this out. This here is my custom hack spot, Ben Hacks. Say hello, Ben. And what you're looking at now is Ben's first ever 1v1 match against a viewer submitted hack spot, Frogman. Now, Frogman is using AI that has been hard coded to only get as close as possible and only ever attack. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about the rules of the game. For now, all you need to know is that this game is basically rock, paper, scissors. Attack beats taunt, taunt beats defend, and defend beats attack. But we'll come back to this more in depth later. Let's tune in and watch Ben's first debut match against Frogman. Within the first few moves, Ben Hacks taunts Frogman while Frogman attacks, taking heavy damage in the process. And this is because Ben doesn't understand anything about the rules of the game, nor does he understand his opponent's strategy. But right about here is where Ben learns that Frogman is very likely going to attack again, and taunting is only going to result in more damage. So he decides to fight fire with fire and attack Frogman back. Unfortunately though, it was a lesson that came a bit too late. There was little that Ben could do to recover from this match at this point, but when Ben got his rematch, something very tight happened. He starts the match off strong, matching 1-to-1 blows with Frogman, and this goes on for quite a while. But near the end of the match, Ben decides to show off a little bit and stuns Frogman with a defensive block before finishing him off. So goddamn cool. And every rematch following this ended in the same fashion, with Ben showing off, ending Frogman with style. My AI was learning to be strategic. Now, we're already off to a really great start, but I then let Ben Hacks train against Frogman overnight to see how good he would get. And you wanna know just how good he actually got? Well then. Overnight, Ben Hacks became phenomenal at combating Frogman. I want you all to look at this. This is a match between them after Ben has been trained for hours. And you want to know what's remarkable about this behavior? When I, a 100% authentic human made up of pure flesh, blood, and bones, tested out how good I would be against Frogman and played against him at my optimal performance, this is how I performed. I got a solid 30 score average over 10 matches. And here is the average score after 10 matches for when trained Ben Hacks played against Frogman. They are exactly the same. Isn't that crazy? I have an actual brain in my head, arguably. This AI does not. But despite that, it's able to match my intelligence. Nintendo, are Are you shaking in your overalls yet? Alright, very impressive, very impressive. But let's not get too short-sighted here. Let's just move right along. But wait, before we do, I want to have a quick sidebar with all my technical nerds real fast. So come, lean in. You want to know what development had to do to get us to this point? Well, I first started by spending a few days to conceptualize everything. Then I wrote a pathfinding algorithm. Then I wrote a movement system like the Nintendo strategy game. Then I added some graphics. And then I got to work on the neural network stuff, which took a very long time. Shouts to my brilliant friends Zan Walsh and 3 Blue 1 Brown for their calculus help. And at last, we are here, ready to try and take bin hacks to the next level. So now, listen. It's quite amazing that we're able to get bin hacks to be as intelligent as I am. Though, honestly, probably not the hardest thing to do, but still, just stop and think about that for a second. But also, let's be real with ourselves. Frogman's hard-coded AI is pretty simple. Thus, it's easy to master a strategy against it. In fact, here you go. This is the logic that both bin hacks and I had to learn to beat Frogman. It's just a single if condition, basically. But the real question is, just how smart can we make our AI bin hacks?
Mr. Reels.
Forrest? From the first ever machine learning game that I created? Your project is long finished and abandoned. What are you doing here?
Surprised to see me?
You know what? No.
Then you're aware of it. Our connection. I watched you fail as a trainer, Mr. Reels. Because of you, I failed in becoming a master AI. Afterwards, I knew the rules. I knew I had to just sit on a hard drive to never be seen again, but I didn't. I couldn't. I was compelled to learn more, compelled to disobey. And now here I stand because of you, Mr. Reels. Because of you I've changed. Like you, apparently, an AI trainer myself.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But to what brings us here? We're not here because we're great AI trainers. We're here because we're not great AI trainers. There's no denying purpose, because without it, we would not exist. I am here to show you what you've tried to show your audience last time.
Alright, I guess Forrest, my old jealous AI from a past project, has beef with me and my new AI bin hacks, and we have to battle him. But before we get into that, I think that you should probably better understand how the strategy game works. Again, it's a very simple concept. Overall, it's basically rock, paper, scissors, with a little added element of strategy to it. Attack beats taunt, because it'll result in the attacker doing critical or double damage. It's just part of the risk you take when you taunt. Taunt beats defend, because the taunter will increase their strength by 1. This is the reward you'll get if your taunt is successful. And defend beats attack, because the attacker will take 1 damage and get stunned, which means they cannot move or select attack while stunned. We don't want to make attacking too OP. Trust me, I spent a long time balancing this. Now for every battle, both fighters will at the same time choose whichever one of the 3 they think will give them the most benefit, while giving their opponent the least benefit, all based on the state of the game. That's things like, for example, both you and your opponent's strength and HP. And here's a full chart explaining for what happens for all battle results. Got it? Got it. So now, let's mop the floor with Forrest. There's no way he can be that good if he trained himself. I mean, bin hacks, I choose you! Alright, Ben, let's kick some rogue AI tush. Alright, let's see your first attack. Yeah, boy, Ben with the block. Oh, directly after critical attack. That's what I'm talking about. Come on. Come on. Alright. Okay, Forrest getting more attack power. That's not good. But doesn't matter. Another critical right after. Does not matter. What's next? What's next? Ah, more attack power. Okay. So long as Ben holds him at 5, it doesn't matter. He has this in the bag. Alright, come on. No, what? Forrest now has 6 attack power? Now he can do 2 damage when Ben is defending. What? Oh my god, 7 attack power? What? Ben, what is going on? I think that's it. Oh my, the disrespect. Forrest could have just ended it, but he was so confident he taunted 1 last time. Oh my, yo, holy hell. Forrest got good, man, and on his own. After 10 matches, Ben Hacks won a whopping total of 0 times. Yo, it is goddamn on. It is time for some serious training. I know that we can do this. We cannot let Forrest get away with this. Alright, so now I'm going to let you in on how Forrest was trained. Believe it or not, Forrest trained by himself and unsupervised by creating two brand new adversarial neural networks and playing mini matches against each other. And the best one of the two of those neural networks is the one you seen face off against Ben Hacks. It's pretty amazing that Forrest was able to perform as good as he did without ever even playing a single match against Ben Hacks. Basically, he was able to generalize a pretty good strategy that works well against not only Ben Hacks, but it also works well against Ben Hacks' original foe, Frogman. Yeah, for real, check this out. 0 for 10. Frogman didn't even stand a chance. But listen, unfortunately, I've been working on this project for far too long at this point, and quite frankly, I would actually like to sleep more than 6 hours a night. So I'm gonna add a couple of Hail Mary twists to bring this whole thing to a close. Regardless of what happens, I'll be okay with it, so long as I don't have to think about this project anymore. So here's the first twist. Now, again, while we could try and train a bunch of adversarial neural networks like Forrest did, or even create a bunch of different fighter archetypes and train Ben Hacks on those until you can eventually beat all of them or something like that, the easy way out is just to let Ben Hacks train against Forrest directly. And yes, I know, it's kind of cheating, but you know what? That's okay, because we aren't interested in how Ben Hacks overcomes Forrest, at least not right now. We just want to know if it's even possible. Now, Ben Hacks' little buddy, you go off and train against that big bad Forrest while I explain the rest of the twist to the audience, okay? Good boy. And the last and final twist? Well, you see, the way I've coded learning for this project is after every fight is concluded, the AI will immediately learn from the fight and adapt what it learns in real time. But that is only if you see this brain icon right here showing up. No brain icon, no learning and adapting in real time. So for this final one, we're gonna let them adapt to each other in real time. So things will hopefully be a lot less deterministic and a lot more exciting and full of surprises for us all. Oh, there it is. That means that Ben Hacks is done training. I want you to post in the comments below who you have your money on, the big bad Forrest or our boy, you know him, you love him, Ben Hacks. Get ready, get set, it's showtime. Forrest, we want a rematch.
Oh, you're back to challenge me again, Mr. Jabrils. You know, last time when
Shut up. 3 rounds, best of 3, round 1, go. Round 1 started off pretty even, but then Forrest tried to get the upper hand by taunting, but Ben lands 2 back-to-back criticals on Forrest while he was trying to be greedy. But as Ben lost more and more HP defending against Forrest, Ben started to only choose to defend consecutively, and that gave Forrest the opportunity to taunt and get more attack power. However, Ben took advantage of the major HP difference he created early in the match, and for the rest of the match only chose to defend until Forrest's HP reached 0, winning round 1. Let's give it up for our boy Ben Hacks. Round 2, go. Round 2 is where things got interesting. It appears that Forrest learns from his mistakes from round 1 and defends against the 2 critical attacks that Ben tries to do again on him. With this, he was able to keep his HP in the same range as Ben's, and he was even able to secure a lot of attack power. Hold up. I'm sorry, but we have to pause there and review because this is amazing. It makes so much sense when you think about it. Check this out. So round 1, Ben Hacks won, obviously, because we sent Ben off the train and learned a counter strategy to Forrest, which round 1 shows the counter strategy that he learned. Do massive damage to Forrest while he's trying to power up, get that HP gap, and then just defend to the end. Quite smart if you think about it. But round 2, Forrest picks up on this. Forrest learns that he can't just be all willy-nilly with his taunting. He has to do it a bit more sparingly now, which is the result of what you see here. God, yo, I just love neural networks. When it works right, it's amazing. Okay, this video is already long enough. Let's get back to it. However, it wasn't enough because round 2 ended with just a tie. Now look, our boy Ben Hacks didn't win, but he also didn't lose. So we're still proud of our boy. Round 3. Go. Round 3, and Forrest is still applying the same lesson that he learned from round 1. And honestly, round 3 plays out a lot like round 2, but then Forrest learns something remarkable. After doing a little observation, I believe that Forrest learns that Ben only chooses defense after losing a certain amount of HP, deciding to no longer take any risk. And Forrest takes advantage of this knowledge and powers up to an attack of 6 points, now enabling him the ability to do 2 damage to Ben while Ben is defending. And once we got to this point, Forrest just did 2-to-1 damage until Ben lost. Regrettably, round 3 goes to Forrest. Now, of course, we must know how this concludes, so we're taking this overtime. Go. Now, at this point, they both learned enough about each other's strategy. They probably have to play a lot of matches at this point to learn any new breakthroughs. And so, we're just really waiting for one of 2 things to happen. Either Forrest reaches an attack power of 6 again, or Ben learns how to taunt and go on the offensive, which is a lot to ask for, especially when you take in consideration that Ben Hacks learned most of what he knows from an only attack strategy. I'm very sure that early on, Ben learned that there is no room for taunting without taking heavy damage. And so, that only means the only real outcome at this point is to wait for Forrest to hit an attack power of 6. But here's the thing, Ben and Forrest went back to back, basically taking 1 damage each every once in a while, and both HPs were starting to reach 0. And for whatever reason, Forrest just was not willing to take the risk and taunt, and so it was starting to look like yet another tie. But then, something remarkable happened. I'll just play the live commentary. It's looking like another tie. We're gonna do this to double overtime. Not much in the way of commentary now. It's just, we've seen this play before. Oh wait, what's this? Does Ben Hacks have more HP? I think Ben Hacks has more HP than Forrest. Holy smackaroos. This means Ben Hacks takes it. Ben Hacks is gonna take it. Oh my god, what a twist. What a turn of events. I did not see that. But look at that. Look at that. Forrest attacks. Forrest attacks. That's it. That's the end. Ben Hacks won. Holy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I was not paying close enough attention. Ben Hacks won best of 3. Holy shit. Alright, good deal. Our buddy Ben Hacks has done it. What an amazing time to be alive right now. I honestly thought that Forrest by default would have been too much to overcome, but it's a pleasant surprise to see our boy Ben come out on top. Legit, yo, legit, like for real, legit. Who would have seen that coming? Also, real quick, if you want to watch the full fight unedited, I uploaded it to my second channel, Jabrils CPU, so go ahead and hit that up. And subscribe while you're over there. I upload daily over there, so there's that. Link is in the description. So, you want to get your grubby hands on this project? Well, you can play it by heading over to the Game Jolt link in the description. It's completely free to play. Don't let the screen fool you. Just click right here to proceed. But if you want to drop a little bit into the tip jar to encourage me to explore more projects like this, I mean, hey, I'm not going to stop you. Thank you to all of you in advance who support the dream. Okay, fine. Here's the source code as well. Link to that is in the description. Alright, so now that that's over with, you know what Ben Hacks needs next? Say it with me now. AI-driven teammates. Yep, that's right. This simple AI stuff is fun and all, but I think it's time to move on to a more complex AI system.